Hi guys, welcome to my tutorial for deep pinning computer connectors, more to the point PSU extension cables on this one. So this is your 8-pin CPU power. As you can see, I've already braided one half of it, or sleeved it, whichever you want to call it. But this is just a pinning tutorial because the hardest thing I found was trying to actually get the wires out of the blocks themselves. There's plenty of tutorials on YouTube for sleeving and they're pretty good, so we're not going to go over that. Just getting the actual pins out of the connectors, because it is incredibly difficult if you've never done it before. So we've got a multi-tool with a pair of pliers on the end, which come in handy. You obviously need your cable you want to take the pins out of. And then what I've got here is staples, because I've got the tools as well, but they are rubbish, so I just couldn't get it to do it at all with those. These are industrial staples though, so these are the big thick ones that you put inside a staple gun. They're just thin enough to get down the side of the pin, and they're really strong, a lot stronger than your regular staples. You can see how many staples I got through. These are regular type, but I've used just two of the industrial ones, and it's done 2 pins without them breaking or bending or anything. So these are definitely the ones to get thick. They're quite thick, nice and strong, and they get those pins straight out. So let's begin. Okay, so here we go. Let's start with the male end of the connector. I've got 2 more wires here that I still need to take out. Now if we look down the end of the connector here, my camera will focus. Oh, there we go. You can see, just make out the ends of the contact housing there. Now in the end, I'm not really going to be able to see it, I'm afraid, but trust me, there's some pins in there. And they look, I'll put some pictures up in a second as well, but they that's the female end there, and the male end. And basically there's 2, you'll see it more clearly in the picture, but there's 2 wings at the top and the bottom. They're barbed and they come out and they grip inside the connector here and stop it from coming out. So what we need to do is get something down the side of the pin, something down the side of the pin there, sorry, and flatten them out so we can pull the pin out. And then we can bend them back out when we're sleeving it and put it all back together. So, take our industrial staples. You can get these from places where you get staples from, I imagine. I had some in the drawer. Anyway, snap off 2 of them. They're quite hard to bend, so you might need the old multi-tool for that. So just want to bend one of the arms out so it's flat and you get this sort of L shape. You will need 2. You can try 1, but good luck. Now, what we want to do is get the pin, get the staple rather. Let's just catch that in the light. You want to get it down this side of the pin. These pins are actually shaped. They're square round the outside and then they're round on top, and the other opposite ones are completely square. If you look very carefully inside these connectors, the top edge on the pins has a groove cut into it. You want to go into the opposite side, the side next to that one. So we're going to go in this side here and this side here. So go down the pin like this, and then we'll do the same on the other side, and then you just got to work them down. So the only problem with these big staples is they're quite difficult to get both of them in, so you want to just push that one in just enough so it's held. You want to get your other staple, no, I see what I'm doing here, sorry, and push that down the other side. It's a little bit tricky on the camera, just back it out a little bit. There we go. So they're both in now. And now if you had a regular staple here, they're much thinner, much more likely to break, and it's very difficult to push them down. But these guys, I don't think that one's in. Nope, that one's gone inside the pin. Okay, let's push that wire as far forward as you can. So we'll go in this side here. This is tricky. The only downside to using these big staples is actually getting them in. There we go. No, they're both. Right. Yes. That side is in. And so is that one now. Okay, so now they're both in. So if you've got your industrial staples at this point, you should be pretty much ready to go. So, again, little staples, you'll need your pair of multi-grip or pliers, whichever, and you'll have to feed these staples in, each one at a time. It's really difficult because, let me show you one. You can see the difference in size between, you can't actually, you almost can't see that staple. You can see the difference in size. The regular paper staple is much smaller, and you can see it bent up and damaged and scratched. So you just put your thumb on the top there, this, and with the industrial ones, you can just push them down. You don't need to push them as far as the other ones either because they're much longer. So that's probably it, and I just give them I'm going to just tap the side of the pliers here on here just to knock them. Oh, that wasn't planned. Knock them down a bit further. Sorry about that. There we go. Right. So we just knock them down a little bit further, and if all goes well, we should. Just want to grab the wire. Don't worry about too much about. You got to pull it pretty hard. So just wrap your finger around there like that, and fingers crossed. Nope. A little bit more work to get these suckers out. So let's go. Now push it down a bit more. Just got to work them in. You can go with the pliers anyway, even though I said you got to use them. Critical. Alright. It's pretty tight in there. Alright, I'm going to try another pull. Here we go. Let's just bring that round. This was easy when I tried it a minute ago. Typical, let's have another go. No, okay. Let's take them out and try again. Okay, so let's get that one started. Let's feed this other guy down there. Oh, one in between the pins now. There. Alright. Just shimmy these guys down. Sorry, I keep going out of shot there. Let's just pull it again. There we go. And there's your pin. You can just take these guys out, use them again. They're pretty knackered now. I mean, I've used these a few times, but there you go. One pin out, two staples ready to go. And again, you're not going to be able to see it, but there are two little wings on the top edge here, and the bottom, which are now flush, which allowed the pin to be pulled out. Now let's do the same on the other end. Now this is an extension cable, an Akasa extension cable, so you don't have to start mullering your PSU cables, main cables. So in here is a different type of connector. I'll show you on this one. So it's a lot different, but they are very, very easy. Well, they're a lot easier to take out. Actually, easy to take out with the normal staples, but we'll still keep going with the big industrial ones. So we want to get the yellow wire, which is going in the top one here. Now, again, probably not going to be able to see this brilliantly, but we want to go down the side again. And you don't have to push it as hard or as far, you just go down the very edge there. Same on the other side. So pretty similar to the male end. There we go. You'll feel them just slide in. You can see roughly how far in they've gone. And then, if all goes well, we should just clear up the way. Right. There we go. That's that one out as well. You've got to be quite firm. Don't be worried too much. I mean, you can pull the wire actually out of the connector, but these are Akasa wires. They're pretty well made. Nice taut sleeving on the cable already, so I'm not too fussed about pulling the wiring out. As you can see now, there's another set of wings on the top and the bottom here, which have also been pushed down, allowing the pin to come out of the female connector block. So that should be all you guys need to know. I can't think of anything else. So that's how we de-pin a 8-pin PSU auxiliary power, or whichever you call it, USB, ESP, I can't remember what it's called, to be honest with you. Exactly the same for the 24-pin. They're the same style pins. So this again is an Akasa 30cm extension cable. Just this is the first time I've done sleeving, and I didn't want to butcher my PSU, which cost about 70 quid. So anyway, exactly the same with this. Molex connectors are easy. You just use one of these tools. This is a, what is this? It's a Phobia one. It's exactly the same as the Sunbeam kits. Ordered a Sunbeam off Amazon, but got a Phobia. Not too fussed. Whatever. Same thing. It's got a small end and a large end. You get the Molex connector. You just push it over the pin and it pops straight out. Might do another tutorial on that if this one gets some views and comments and likes and stuff. Anyway, hope the quality was good enough for you guys to see what was going on. It looked like it was in focus and everything. So yeah, have a go at it. This is the first time I've done sleeving, like I said, and I'm pretty happy with the results. Looks pretty good, in my opinion. So we're going my brand new computer, which is the first one I've built, so I'm pretty chuffed so far. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope this helped, and keep modding.